Welcome, and today's session I'll be explaining about base excision repair system. This base excision repair system BER is a cellular mechanism that corrects the damaged DNA throughout the cell cycle, and it is responsible for the removal of small non-helix distorting base lesions from the genome. And this BER system corrects the DNA damage from oxidation, deamination and alkylation. This BER is initiated by DNA glycosylases enzymes that recognize and removes the damaged base, leaving an AP site. Uh, this will be further processed by short patch repair or long patch repair to complete the BER. Okay. So first this DNA glycosylase, which is enzyme, there are two key enzymes, DNA glycosylase and AP endonucleases are the key enzymes which plays a major role in base excision repair system. This N-glycosylase is a specific DNA glycosylase which recognizes the abnormal base, that is uracil, and removes it from DNA by hydrolysis. By hydrolyzing the N-glycosidic bond between the base and 2-oxyribose, it will not create any interruption with the phosphodiester backbone. That is the unique feature of this N-glycosylase enzyme. That is, it can remove that uracil base without damaging the backbone, and it forms AP sites, that is A pyrimidine site. This is a unique feature of this uh, N-glycosylase enzyme. Without damaging the DNA backbone, it leaves only that particular uracil, leaving a pyrimidine site. This pyrimidine, that is the AP site, will be recognized by this endonuclease, and it will cleave this damaged DNA strand adjacent to the least to excise segment of the DNA strand. Okay. So it creates a gap in the defective DNA strand. So after this action of this AP endonucleases, there will be a gap created in the defective DNA strand, which will be recognized by this DNA polymerase 1, and the gap will be filled by this normal base. Okay. So instead of uracil, the uracil has been cleaved, so the normal base cytosine will be placed in the place of uracil, and finally uh, that is the nicks will be closed by DNA ligase. It will seal the phosphodiester backbone. So these are the major enzymes which plays a major role in base excision repair system. This base excision repair system protects the cells from DNA damage induced by strong alkylating agents, hydrolytic deamination, ionizing radiation, and different intracellular metabolites, and from UVR, which harm the cells indirectly via generation of reactive oxygen species. Several specific DNA glycosylases are identified, which includes methyl adenine glycosylase, uracil glycosylase, UV endonucleases, thymine glycol DNA glycosylase, endonuclease 3, and endonuclease 8, 5-hydroxymethyl and 5-formyl uracil DNA glycosylases, AG mismatch DNA glycosylase, and FAPI 8 oxoguanine DNA glycosylase. So these are the various other DNA glycosylases which also plays a major role in base excision repair system. Uh, Again, when you take this types of base excision repair systems, there are so many types of base excision repair systems are there. That is uracil N glycosylase coupled with AP excision repair system. Then deamination of bases by base excision repair system. Then removal of alkylated bases using this BR system. Mute M or mute Y oxidative damaged BR system. N glycosylases specific for pyrimidine dimers repair system. So these are the various base excision repair systems which are involved to rectify the damage created in the DNA. Okay. So all the mismatched base pairs will be corrected by any one of this repair systems. Major enzymes involved in the BR system includes DNA glycosylase, AP endonuclease, N processing enzymes, DNA polymerase, flap endonuclease, and DNA ligase. This flap endonuclease is an enzyme which removes 5' flap which is generated during the long patch BER. So the mainly that is it is this BER is an important pathway to remove damaged bases, otherwise it may cause many mutation. So this BER is initiated by DNA glycosylase which removes these inappropriate bases forming the AP site. These AP sites will be cleaved by AP endonucleases. The resulting single strand break can be further processed by short patch repair and long patch repair BER mechanisms. So after this N glycosylases, long patch and short patch repair system will take place. So this N glycosylases involving base excision repair system involves 4 major steps. In this base excision repair system, the first step is N glycosylases which removes the abnormal base uracil from DNA without damaging the backbone, forming AP site. This is the first step, and this AP site will be recognized by AP endonuclease which cleaves the damaged DNA adjacent to the lesion, that is cutting the phosphodiester bond. It makes a nick. Then this DNA polymerase cleaves the nicked backbones and fill it with new nucleotides. That's the third step. And the final step will be DNA ligase filling the gap with the segment of DNA with correct base pairs and closing the nick. So these are the 4 major stages which involves in N-glycosylated base excision repair system. So after this N-glycosylase BR system is over, it is further processed with long patch BER and short patch base excision repair system. So for the further processing will be includes 2 main pathways like long patch and short patch. DNA having 2 or more nucleotide lesion is repaired by long patch BER pathway, whereas 1 nucleotide lesion is removed by short patch BER pathway. Majority of DNA repair occurs through short patch BER initiated either by bifunctional or by monofunctional glycosylase. So this initiation of BER by DNA glycosylase and further processing occurs through short patch or by long patch BER. This short patch BER is also called a single nucleotide BER, in which a single nucleotide cap is generated and it will be subsequently filled and ligated. Okay, so this is the pathway where short patch BER and long patch BER is present. See, when you take this short patch BER, in here a single nucleotide gap will be generated and which will be subsequently filled and ligated, whereas in the long patch there will be a gap of 2 to 10 nucleotides will be generated and it will be filled and ligated. Okay, so this is a major difference between this short patch BER and long patch BER. Then short patch BER requires several repair specific enzymes that do not participate in the replication and efficient in the proliferating and non-proliferating cells. They will not participate in any of the proliferation, whereas long patch repair occurs in the proliferating cells and the proteins are used to a larger extent for the treatment after the glycosylase action. The major core proteins required in different steps of short patch BER includes it is initiated by glycosylase, then AP endonuclease, then DNA polymerase beta and DNA ligase 1 or 3. So these are the major enzymes involved during this short patch repair system. The only difference is here the gap will be single, here there are 2 to 10 nucleotides gaps will be present. Okay, then the other base excision repair systems will be, so these are the major base excision repair systems. uracil glycosylases will identify the damage caused by uracil, and the enzyme responsible to cleave this uracil residue is uracil glycosylase, and coupled with AP endonuclease, the gene involved is UNG gene. Then deamination. In deamination base excitation repair system, deaminated bases will be removed, identified, and it will be removed by specific DNA glycosylases coupled with AP endonuclease. In alkylation BR system, alkylated bases will be removed by specific glycosylases, and the gene involved is ALKA gene. And in oxidation, oxidized bases will be cleaved by MUT-M and MUT-Y gene. So, and dimerization, that is pyrimidine dimers will be recognized by dimer specific glycosylases. So, here in the MUT-M and MUT-Y oxidative damage, what's happened means these MUT-M and MUT-Y are N-glycosylases. Okay, these MUT-M and MUT-Y are glycosylase enzymes. This MUT-M targets the oxidized base 7,8-dihydro 8-oxoguanine, that is 8-oxoguanine, which arises as a result of exposure to reactive oxygen species. This reactive oxygen includes superoxide radicals, hydrogen peroxide, and hydroxyl radicals. So all of which have more electrons than molecular oxygen. This 8-oxoguanine can pair with adenine, creating a GC to TA transversion. MUT-M will recognize this 8-oxoguanine in DNA and acts as a glycosylase to hydrolyze the glycosidic linkage between this oxidized base and its deoxyribose sugar. It then acts as an AP endonuclease to cleave the phosphodiester backbone, okay, leaving a AP site. MUT-M, thus it has got both 8-oxygonoglycosylase activity as well as AP endonuclease activity. Following the activity of MUT-M, the nucleotides spanning the 8-oxoguanine lesions are removed by the exonuclease activity and are replaced by DNA polymerase 1. In contrast to this, the MUT-Y glycosylase targets the adenine that base pairs with 8-oxoguanine. It targets any AG mismatches which are independent of oxidative damage. This is the difference between MUT-M and MUT-Y. MUT-M and MUT-Y are part of a set of genes that comprise the oxidative stress response regulon. Another gene in this regulon is MUT-T, which encodes a gene product that also deals with 8-oxo-G lesions, but in a different way than that of MUT-M glycosylase. MUT-T is a phosphatase that specifically degrades an oxidized guanine precursor 8-oxo-GTP into 8-oxo-GMP so that it cannot be incorporated during DNA replication. Then dimerization. This is identified by the enzyme N-glycosylases, which are specific for pyrimidine dimers, and repair of pyrimidine dimers can also occur by cleaving the glycosidic bonds holding the pyrimidine dimers to deoxyribose. The specific N-glycosylases will recognize this pyrimidine dimers, and in combination with AP endonuclease, they will excise the dimer in the same way as in the same three-step process. So the major three-step process which are involved in this base excitation repair system includes first the role of N-glycosylase enzyme, which recognizes the uracil residues in single-strand and double-stranded DNA, cleaving the NN glycosidic bond between the uracil and the ribose sugar, okay, deoxyribose sugar. The free uracil is released, creating an AP site. This specific DNA glycosylases will recognize the abnormal bases and remove them from the DNA. Then the AP site will be recognized by this AP endonuclease. This is the second step. Okay, AP endonuclease will recognize the A pyrimidine site and cleaves the damaged DNA strand adjacent to the lesion to excise the damaged segment of the DNA. So it creates a gap in that defective DNA strand. then the gap is closed by a correct base. Instead of uracil has been taken, and in that place cytosine will be filled and by the enzyme DNA polymerase. Finally, the nicks will be sealed with the help of the enzyme ligase. So these are the major steps involved in this base excision repair system, and further processing will be taken upon by the long patch repair or by short patch BR repair system. Hope you would have understood base excision repair system. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe and support the channel Biochemistry DSP.